Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Verbling.com English class. Sorry, I'm starting a little bit late because I was just finishing up the other class. We were doing a writing class, and everybody's getting so good at writing that people are writing more and more every time, and it is getting harder to finish in the 1 hour time period that we have for that class. But we're going to be doing a reading class. Oops, sorry. We're going to be doing a reading class now. So if you want to join the Google Hangout with me to do some reading and to do some talking about this article, then you can just click on the Join Class button and join me here in the Google Hangouts. We're going to be reading an article about movies and about some movies that featured women in them this past year and the fact that they did pretty well in the box offices. So that's the title, or that's the topic of the article that we're going to be reading. So if you want to do some reading, go ahead and click on the Join Class button. I know that I started a little bit late, like I said, because I was finishing up the other class, and there is another English class going on right now, I believe, with Abby. So I am going to make sure that you guys know that I'm here and that you can join anytime. I did put the link already up in the Verbling window over there in the chat box, so you can click on the, over there I think, the link, and it'll take you to a Google document where you have the article, so we can read the article together. Hi there, Vincenzo. How are you doing?
Fine, teacher. What about you?
Good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. How did you pass the end of the year and the New Year?
Oh, well, let's see. I had some friends over, and the kids, we have a lot of kids around, so we had a good dinner, and we had some desserts, and then I could barely stay up until midnight, but I did, and then the kids let off some, not really firecrackers, but some noise makers and things. And then I went to bed.
Yes, but I couldn't. Yes, I spent the end of the year. Yes, I went to bed also. I must confess, I didn't because I didn't resist. Yes, I was very tired. I don't know why, but yes. Yes, the 25th of December, yes, I was invited from a colleague of my wife of work.
Yeah.
With her family, yes, and then we were together at the dinner, yes, dinner, and playing just a bit.
Nice.
Yes, with her friends, with some friends of mine. Yes, but after that we were only me and my daughter Paula in my house. Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
So this month, in the 11th of this month, is her birthday.
Oh.
So, because we are all together. We are not together. We are Capricorn. How do you say Capricorn?
Capricorn, yeah.
Yeah, Capricorn. My wife is 11th of January. Is in the 11th of January, and me is in the 19th of January.
Oh, wow. Both Capricorns.
Yes, okay.
My son is going to be 16. He's going to turn 16 years old on January 12th. So, Sunday.
Yeah. It's very strict because my daughter and my son were born in the same day, the 11.
Yeah.
11. My daughter the 11th of January and my son in the 11th of December in the same year.
Wow.
In
Same
78.
year? Wow.
Yes, same year. Yes. Same
Yeah.
year.
My daughter's birthday is December 13th. And my birthday is December 1st, and then 1 year later, my brother was born on December 16th, so very close.
Everyone
Yeah.
in December.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
sometimes very strange.
Yes.
Some things happen, but in a very strange way. I don't know why.
Yes.
Because I must say that they were born perhaps also in the evening, in the same time, at the same time. I don't
Wow.
understand, but could be at 10 o'clock in the evening, I think. So, yes, either my daughter and my son, also my
Uh-huh.
son.
Nice. Okay, well, welcome to Araceli. Hi there, Araceli.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you? So,
I'm well.
how was your New Year's Eve? Did you celebrate New Year's Eve?
Yes, I celebrated it with my family.
Uh-huh. Nice. So, Araceli, remind me, where do you live?
I live in Spain, in Madrid.
In Madrid. Okay. All right. Yeah, nice. And did you eat the grapes?
Yes, we all ate the grapes. But my little son, who is 3, he
Yeah.
didn't eat the grapes. He had some candies,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he had a lot of trouble trying to eat the candies.
Yeah, that's a lot. I went to the to the grocery store to get some grapes to do that with my children, but they were all out of grapes. I couldn't believe it. So that was crazy. I couldn't buy any grapes.
They sell here the grapes inside a tin. The 12 grapes prepared, so you can buy them a long time ago and keep them in your
Oh,
in your
really?
kitchen.
Yeah.
So you don't find yourself in that trouble.
Yeah, really. Yeah, with no grapes to eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they become very expensive too these days.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, exactly. A good time to raise the price.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay, welcome, Adela. How are you doing? Adela, your microphone is muted.
Fine, thanks.
Okay. Hi there. Okay, well, I'm sorry we got started.
It's okay here.
Yeah, it's okay. I can hear you now. So here's the article that I thought we could read for today. And I got this from Time Magazine. It actually turns out that we read another article by this same author the other day. So I didn't plan that. It just happened. And the title of this article is Movies with Strong Female Roles Make More Money. So that's the title. And the subtitle is 2013 Movies That Passed the Bechdel Test Did Better at the Box Office. All right, so this is going to be about movies with strong female roles. So what they mean there is, you can imagine, female roles that represent females as strong, but also intelligent and successful, things like that. A lot of times the movies can represent women in kind of weaker roles, maybe subservient to men or kind of silly, things like that. So this article is about the movies that are having stronger female roles, so that the characters are stronger characters. All right. So let me just remind people, if you are watching Verbling.com and you want to join, you just need to click the Join Class button. The class did start a little bit late because I was finishing up the other writing class, but you can join at any time, and we're going to be reading and going over this article during the rest of this hour. Okay. It's time to put the notion that men won't pay to see movies starring women to rest. Vocative analyzed the highest grossing movies of 2013 to see if they passed the Bechdel Test, whether two or more women have a conversation in a film about something other than a man. You'd be surprised how few movies pass this test? Okay, I never heard about that before. Something interesting. Okay, Adela, why don't you start us off by reading all of that I just read?
Okay. Movies with strong female roles make more money. 2013 movies that passed the Bechdel Test did better at the box office. It's time to put the notion that men won't pay to see movies starring women to rest. Vocative analyzed the highest grossing movies of 2013 to see if they passed the Bechdel test. Whether two or more women have a conversation in a film about something other than a man. You'd be surprised how few movies pass this test.
Good. All right, so this is a phrase here, to put the notion of something to rest. That's the whole thing, to put the notion, and then usually say of or that, and then to rest. It means to put the idea, or this idea that men will not pay to go see these movies that have women in them. To put it to rest means to say that it's no longer true. You don't have to use that as an excuse anymore. So to put something to rest is really what it is, or put the notion of something to rest. Okay, Vocative, that's the name of a company. So they analyzed the highest grossing movies, so the movies that made the most money gross. That's all the money they took in from the movie goers. And they wanted to see, so they were looking at whether or not they passed this test, Bechdel Test. And the Bechdel Test is, do you have a movie, that has women who are having a conversation about something other than a man? So apparently in a lot of movies, that's pretty much what women talk about. They have a conversation about a man in the movie. So this is why she put in parentheses that you would be surprised how few movies pass this test. So there must be very few movies that have other types of women characters that don't talk just about men. Here's what they found. Out of 50 total movies analyzed, 17, 36%, passed the test. Another 7 technically passed the test but have an asterisk next to them. So an asterisk is this symbol right there. An asterisk next to them thanks to dubious dialogue, i.e., or in example, a very limited dialogue about things other than men. But those movies that did pass the test had significantly higher domestic box office numbers than the movies that didn't pass. Featuring strong female characters in a film earned studios billions of extra dollars. Vocative breaks the numbers down in an infographic here. Okay. Araceli, you want to read those 2 paragraphs, please?
Yes. Here's what they found. Out of 50 total movies analyzed, 33% passed the test. Another 7 technically passed the test but have an asterisk next to them thanks to dubious dialogue. For example, very limited dialogue about things other than men. But those movies that did pass the test had significantly higher domestic box office numbers than the movies that didn't pass. Featuring strong female characters in a film earned studios billions of extra dollars. Vocative breaks the numbers down in an infographic here.
Good. Okay, so they found, so what they discovered is that 17 out of the 50, so 36% did pass the test. The other ones technically passed. So if you say technically passed, it means yes, they did if you follow the exact rules of the test, but there was some kind of dubious dialogue. Dubious means not so clear. It was kind of strange or suspect dialogue because it was really limited. It was very little about other things than men. So they did talk about men still, but they talked a little bit about other things. So it wasn't really so strong. But the movies that did pass the test, they had significantly higher domestic means from the United States, since it was they were doing U.S. movies. So significantly means quite a bit higher box office numbers. So the amount of money that it came in to the box office, how many tickets they sold, that it was better than the movies that didn't pass the test. So featuring, so if you have strong female characters that are the main characters, that's what it means to feature them. You make them the main characters, like Meryl Streep or something like that. It helped the studios earn. So the film studios earned billions of extra dollars. And here is the infographic that she is talking about. So you guys can click on that if you want to look at it more. We're not going to look at it right now, but we can talk about it in a minute. Okay, so the Bechdel test, named after cartoonist and graphic novelist Alison Bechdel, who wrote about the test in her popular comic Dykes to Watch Out For, isn't perfect. Gravity, for example, technically fails the Bechdel test since there are only 2 on-screen characters. But the fact that a movie in which Sandra Bullock is alone on screen for hours at a time grossed $254.6 million domestically is clearly a win for feminists. Okay, Vincenzo. Your microphone is muted.
The Bechdel test, named after cartoonist and graphic novelist Alison Bechdel, who wrote about the test in her popular comic Dykes to Watch Out For, isn't perfect. Gravity, for example, technically fails the Bechdel test since there are only 2 on-screen characters. But the fact that a movie in which Sandra Bullock is alone on screen characters, but on screen for hours at a time, grossed $254.6 million domestically. The dollars, million dollar domestically is clearly a win for feminists.
Good. All right, so this says named after. So this lady, who is a cartoonist and a graphic novelist, she created, or this test was named after her because she wrote about it in a comic, I guess, that she wrote. Dykes to Watch Out For. Dykes means lesbian women.
What does it mean, teacher? Dykes.
Dykes is kind of a negative term for lesbian women. So women who like women, yeah. But maybe she's lesbian, so she used it. But it's that's a kind of a derogatory term. Gravity is the name of the movie that had Sandra Bullock in it. And here I wanted to make note that you guys see that here it says there are only 2 on-screen characters. So here, this on-screen is one word because it's put together to describe the characters. They are on-screen characters. But the fact that a movie in which Sandra Bullock is alone on screen. So this is actually 2 words because it's describing where she is. She is on the screen or on screen for hours at a time, grossed $254.6 million domestically. So domestically again means here in the United States. So it probably went on to even make more money in other countries. Okay, so it's a win for feminists. So it's a win for people who want to see stronger females in movies. The test is still a good barometer for Hollywood's gender bias. It tests not how many women feature in films, but the complexity of their stories. And historically speaking, Hollywood could use a lot of help creating female storylines. Storylines is one word. One study has found that in 855 of the most financially successful U.S. films from 1950 to 2006, there were, on average, 2 male characters for each female character, and that ratio remained stable over time. Female characters were also twice as likely to be involved in scenes with explicit sexual content. Okay, Adela? From there.
Sorry. The test, sorry. The test is still a good barometer for Hollywood's gender bias. It tests not how many women feature in films, but the complexity in their story. And historically speaking, Hollywood could use a lot of help creating a deep female storyline. One study has found that 855 of the most financially successful USA films from 1950 to 2006. There were, on average, 2 male characters for each female character, and that ratio remained stable over time. Female characters were also twice as likely to be involved in a scene with explicit sexual content.
Okay, so this test is a good barometer. So it's a good measure. It's a barometer is a tool that measures temperature usually, but it measures in this case Hollywood's gender bias. So gender bias means that they prefer males to females. So it doesn't test how many women are in these films, but rather the complexity of their stories. So are their stories interesting? Are they deep? Are the complexity means, versus simple? Is it just a simple love story, or are the characters very complex? Do we learn a lot about who they are, what makes them tick, how do they feel, their emotions, that kind of thing. And historically speaking, so when you go back and you look across the history, the past many years, Hollywood could use a lot of help. That means they need to improve in order to be able to create deep female storylines. So that means complex storylines. So characters that have a lot of depth to them, that are deep. One study found that, so we read this already there, so yeah, there were 2 male characters for each female character, and that ratio, so that 2 to 1, has remained stable. So it has stayed about the same. Stable means the same, and to remain means to stay, so it's continued to be that same way over time. Also, the female characters, yes, the female characters, they were twice as likely, so 2 times more than the males. They were involved in scenes, so movie scenes that had explicit sexual content. So you can imagine, women, usually you see a lot more naked women when they are having a sex scene on the screen. You see more of them than you do of the men. That's what they're talking about there. But 2013 was a good year for women, with big box office wins like The Heat and The Hunger Games Catching Fire. The Hunger Games especially has been credited with breaking barriers by portraying a young heroine, Jennifer Lawrence's Katniss Everdeen, in a non-stereotypical way and simultaneously inspiring a young generation of girls. Even traditionally macho action picks like Fast and Furious 6 and G.I. Joe passed the test last year. Okay, Araceli?
Yes.
Right here. But 2013?
Okay, but 2013 was a good year for women with big box office wins, like The Heat and The Hunger Games Catching Fire. The Hunger Games especially has been created with breaking barriers by portraying a young heroine, Jennifer Lawrence Katniss Everdeen, in a non-stereotypical way and simultaneously inspiring a young generation of girls. Even traditionally macho action picks like Fast and Furious 6 and G.I. Joe passed the test last year.
Good. So it was a good year for women with big box office wins. This means they made a lot of money and they were very popular. The box office is what we call where you buy the tickets. That's the box office. So when we talk about movies, we say if they are big box office hits or wins, that means they were very popular. Lots of people went to see them. Breaking barriers. So the Hunger Games, especially, so that was unique. It has been credited. So to be credited means it has been given credit or it was responsible for breaking barriers. So a barrier is like an obstacle, and when you break it, it means you can be more free. You can do other things. So it's breaking this barrier of portraying women a certain way by portraying or by showing her. When you portray somebody, it's the way that you show the person in the movie. So it showed a young heroine, and she was a non-stereotypical. They did it in a non-stereotypical way. So it means that she wasn't like a stereotypical young girl that you see a lot in the movies. It was different kind. And simultaneously inspiring. So simultaneously means just at the same time. At the same time that she was a new kind of a character, she was also a very inspiring character for young girls, for a generation. So the girls who were watching this movie, they can be inspired by this new way of seeing women or a young girl in a movie. Not your typical one who's usually only after boys or something like that. All right, so even traditionally macho action pics is another word for movies or films. Macho referring to action movies for guys and things. Even these kinds of movies were able to pass the test in 2013. It's not all good news though. Of the 50 highest grossing movies, only one was directed by a woman. Jennifer Lee co-directed Frozen. Maybe now that we're finally seeing women on screen, it's time to get more women behind the camera too. All right, Vincenzo, the last paragraph there.
It is not all good news, though. Of the 50 highest grossing movies, only one was directed by a woman. Jennifer Lee co-directed Frozen. Maybe now that we are finally seeing women on screen, it's time to get more women behind the camera too.
Good. All right, so that's pretty crazy. After, some of the movies are doing better, but the actual really popular ones, only one of them was directed by a woman, actually co-directed. So this last little paragraph is just the author saying, we're getting better at getting better characters in the movies, but maybe now we might see more women behind the camera too. So being the actual film directors, the one making the decisions about how the movie is made. Okay, let's go back to this graphic here and see if if we've seen any of these movies this year. I'm wondering if I can get this up to be bigger so we can see it better. Not working too well. All right, so I'm going to read them here. So let's see. Can you guys see that? Did you, Araceli, did you see any good movies that had some good women characters this year?
It's quite hard to read.
I know.
Can you start with the link?
Yeah, the link. I can give you the link is right there, and you can open it up on your own computer. So some of the bigger ones that were passing were like Mama, Safe Haven. I never even heard of Mama. Mama, Safe Haven, The Smurfs, Percy Jackson, Elysium, Epic, Lee Daniels, The Butler, G.I. Joe, The Conjuring, We're the Millers, The Heat, Fast and Furious 6, Frozen, Oz, The Great and Powerful, Man of Steel, Despicable Me 2, and The Hunger Games. Those were some of the top ones that passed. Did you guys see The Hunger Games at all?
No, teacher.
No.
Today we have the butler in Italy, yes.
You have what?
The butler. In
The
Italy,
Butler. Oh, okay. I never saw that. Did you see it?
No, I
No.
would like to see it, but they say it's a champion of incoming in America, or not? Butler.
The Butler. Yeah. I never saw it, but I'm going to probably see it on DVD. I just didn't see it in the movies. But I saw the movie The Heat, and that was very funny.
I saw American Hustle.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Did you see the American?
I saw the trailer for it, but I didn't see it. Was it good?
I didn't like it. This was.
I think it got mixed reviews.
Yes, it's kind of.
What didn't you like about it?
No, it was a comedy, but it was like a comedy. Yes, they were very intricate, but yes, about this cheating other people. I didn't like it very much.
Was it kind of depressing to watch?
Not depressing. No.
No, it was funny.
Yeah, yes, it was a group of people that cheat other people.
Like cheat other people out of their money and stuff?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But is it supposed to be funny, or is it supposed to show like real people do that?
I don't think it's funny. It's very real way. In a way, yes, in a funny way, perhaps, because the characters are very, very funny. Yes.
Oh, okay. And it has to do with the mafia too, it says here?
Yes, also with the mafia, yes.
Okay. An FBI agent.
FBI agent, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that this guy who starred in it, he had to gain a lot of weight. We were talking about that in another class. The main character, this guy here, I don't know which one he is, the main one. He had to change his look a lot. We were talking about what actors do. Yeah.
Perhaps he had to lose weight, perhaps, I think, or not?
I think he had to put on weight.
Put on.
Yeah. I think so. Let's see.
No.
I think that's what we found out the last time we were talking about this topic. Yeah, he put on weight. Because he was skinnier before, but I guess he gained a bunch of weight. I don't know. Araceli, did you see any good movies in this past year?
Well, I'm afraid I don't usually go to the cinema, so I just go with my daughter to see Frozen.
How was it?
Cartoon movie.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to watch another movie because I don't go out because I have to take care for my children.
Right.
But I'll try to watch some of these movies at home.
On the computer or something, maybe on the internet. Yeah.
I was going to watch The Hunger Games. I thought to watch that movie. I don't know how this is the second part. I think there was another one before. I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of them either. My kids have seen. My older kids have seen them, but I haven't. Did you read the books? I didn't read the books either.
No.
Were the books popular in Spain?
I don't know, maybe between teenagers, I don't
Sure.
know.
Yeah. They were pretty popular here with the teens, also with some adults who like to read teen literature. Yeah.
Yes.
So, is it hard for you to get out to the movies? How is it for reading books? Is it easier for you to read with the kids
Yes,
around?
now I'm trying to read more because my younger son is now is he's 3. Now I have a little of time for
Yeah.
myself. I'm starting to read now. And I haven't for many years when he was a baby.
Yeah.
I had no time.
Sure. So how old are your children then?
My daughter is 8,
Oh.
my son he's 3.
Uh-huh. And
So
does your daughter go to school?
yes, they both go to school.
Oh, they both do? Oh, okay.
Yes.
What grade is she in?
Ah, sorry.
What grade is your daughter in? What year of school?
She's in the 3rd grade.
Third grade. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Well, does she like it?
Not very much, no. She doesn't.
She doesn't like it?
I'm a teacher.
Oh, you're a teacher?
Yes, but my daughter doesn't like. I'm a mathematics teacher.
Oh, you teach math at the high school
Yes.
level or what?
Yes, at high school.
Oh, okay.
But
In Madrid.
yes,
Wow.
but my daughter, she doesn't math. So
She doesn't like math?
yeah, no, she's very good drawing.
Ah,
I think she's an artist. She's not like her mother.
My daughter is also an artist. She loves to draw, but her dad is an artist, so makes sense.
That makes sense, but not in my family. My
No.
husband, he works with computers, and
Oh, okay.
I have never been able to draw anything. My daughter draws much better than me.
Uh-huh. Nice.
Although she's young.
Yeah. What part of Madrid do you live in? I'm looking at a map right here.
Do you know Madrid?
Well, I've been there before, but a long, long time ago, and I might go again sometime in May.
So I live in Aluche. It's in the southwest of Madrid.
Is
I
it
don't.
is it in Madrid or is it outside of Madrid?
No, it's in Madrid,
Uh-huh.
but it's close to the west and the south, outside
Southwest.
the M30.
Is it next to Alcorcón?
Yes, it's near Alcorcón and Leganés.
Okay, right in there.
Yes,
I
but
I like to go. I like to go looking to see where people live. Yesterday we were talking in class to a guy who has lived in Hong Kong, and I was just looking around, and we found his building on this Google Maps because you can see the street views so easily these days. Is that what it
Yes,
looks like where you live? Kind of.
Yes, more or less. You can write on Google Maps
Uh-huh.
this street in Madrid. This
Okay.
is where I live. But I work in Alcorcón, what you are showing to me now,
Uh-huh.
and in Móstoles and in that part of Madrid, because every year I change my school, so I work
come?
in many of these.
Wow, that must be. You have to really know where you're going every day, huh?
No, I just change every year. So,
Oh.
but yes,
Every year, but not every day.
No, I've said every day now, every year.
Oh, okay, I see.
So I've worked in 8 different schools in the last years.
Wow.
So,
Is that because of the economic crisis, people changing jobs and stuff, or?
no, in my case, I work for the state, and teachers who work for the state in Spain, they don't have they move between schools until they have a definitive
Like
work.
10
But
years? Okay.
but yes, maybe for maybe for 20 years I have to move until I get my work. How do you say that?
Um,
It's
well,
stable.
we say tenure. Yeah, it's called tenure here. That's like when you're guaranteed. Now they can't fire you or anything like that.
Yeah.
No, it's not about
No?
that. I have
No?
no. I passed an state exam. They can't fire me, but
Okay.
they don't give me a fixed and stable work.
Stable.
Hmm.
They,
Yes.
they make me move until I have a lot of points and I can get.
Oh.
It's because at the schools half of the people are moving all the time. It's a
I,
little crazy.
yeah.
This only happens in public schools. In private schools, it doesn't happen
Uh-huh.
because a teacher wants to stay there, and it's better for the school, for the kids, and for
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, that's what I
But
was thinking about the kids, because if you keep
yes,
changing teachers
but
and stuff.
but the public system here is very strange. So
Huh.
it's good for us because when you pass the state exam, you can't be fired. You have
Oh,
a
okay.
work for you're supposed to have a work for all your life.
Yeah,
But
right.
it's not. It's very disturbing to
Hmm.
go and change. But in some way I feel lucky because I have to move inside Madrid.
Yeah.
But maybe 20 years ago, people had to move from across all Spain.
Like
So
different
that was a
towns.
real, yes, that
Oh
was
my
a
gosh.
real problem.
Oh
Yes,
dear.
because maybe you had your
Yes.
family in Madrid and you had to go to Cadiz, and the next year you had to go
Yeah.
to. So it was worse.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah,
have. I
that's
know
crazy.
people who have. Uh, they had children and they never lived with their husband for some years until they got there.
Wow.
Yes,
Mm.
Wow, I didn't know that.
yes, because
That's crazy.
well, I think maybe
Is
this happens in many jobs
yeah.
because until you get
Yeah.
something stable, people have to manage, and nowadays it's worse in Spain because of the
Yeah, right.
crisis. People have to go abroad and have to move.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, they say it's good because we have mobility and that's great.
Yeah.
But they don't think about families and maybe
What
you have a
how
boyfriend and never can live with him, that kind of things.
how like when do they tell you where you're going to work? Like how much time do they give you ahead of time? Like if you have to move or something or
No, every September, on the
every
first days
September.
of September, they give me the
Wow.
next school.
But it's always been in Madrid so far.
Yes, yes, because I passed my exam in Madrid, so I won't have to
Oh,
move
okay.
from Madrid.
And how far away is the school from where you live?
Well, this year I'm working at Pozuelo. It's quite close, about 20 minutes by car.
Oh, okay. Mhm. How early do you have to get there in the morning?
Uh, at what time do
Yeah.
I wake up? Do you mean yes? I at 7
How well, what time do you have to be at work?
just from 8:30 until 3, 3:30 or something.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
I just work in the mornings.
Oh,
I would
okay. Yeah, sure.
just because here many people work until 7 in the evening.
So
My husband,
yeah, go ahead.
my husband, for example, he goes out from home earlier than me at 7:30,
Yeah.
and he comes back at 7 in the evening.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
It's a long, it's a lot of hours
Yeah.
away from home,
Yeah.
because he has to spend a lot of time getting to work, and then that's where I live. In
Where?
front of my house. Yeah,
Right
you
there?
have to turn to the right.
Oh, to the right?
No, to the right. Yes, a little more. A little more. Yes. Yes, that's my house.
Right
In
here?
front of you. Yes.
Cool.
Yes, that's where I live.
Nice. That looks nice. Yeah. It's how far is it from where you live to like the downtown area of Madrid?
It's quite far. People who live in the small towns feel amazing.
Yeah.
It's about maybe 5 kilometers to the center of the city. Yes,
Okay.
5 kilometers, or I don't know in miles. How much is that?
Yeah, that's not too far.
No,
5 kilometers.
you can walk. Sometimes
Yeah.
I've been walking to Puerta del Sol just for
nice.
sport.
Yeah.
From my
For
house.
exercise.
Yes.
What So I'm curious these days in Spain, do you what the English teachers or the English classes in the high schools, are they Spanish speaking English teachers or English speaking English teachers?
Oh, that's a problem here. The, the thing is that in Spain there's a new fashion of bilingual schools. Here we've had private bilingual schools, British schools or something, and people who earn a lot of money and upper social classes took their children to these schools, so they go out and they can speak English and Spanish and maybe French, German, so they have better opportunities in future.
Nice.
But these schools are very, very expensive.
Sure.
And they usually have the foreign systems, British system or something.
Yeah, I see.
Teachers are not Spanish; they are native speakers.
Okay.
But in the last years in Spain, public schools are trying to develop a program which is called bilingual program, so that a part of the classes are taken in English. For example, biology or I don't know, picture, plastics, physical education, or social science. These kind of subjects are taught in English. The problem is that they don't have, well, the teachers in Spain, in the public schools, we are, as I told you, we work for the state. We are, I don't know the word, functionaries or something like that.
Civil servants, like? Are you called civil servants?
Civil servants.
Because you work for the state.
Yes, that's okay.
Yeah.
So they can't bring, or they find it difficult to bring native speakers to teach the children because they had to, because we are the teachers and we have stable jobs, and so they try us to speak English and teach the children in English. The problem is that a few people in Spain have a proficiency English level so as to teach children. So it's quite difficult, but we are forced to learn English because our labor conditions will be worse if we don't improve our English. So but I don't think it's really the best thing because it's not the same if the children hear native speakers. Right. That's one that's a side of the question. But another side of the question, I think, is that native speakers that are not able to be good teachers, maybe because, I mean, you can be a good teacher, but
right,
of
exactly.
course, like a Spanish teacher, but we have been preparing for years and we have a lot of experience. But these people who work here, they don't have any experience. They don't know in the country. They just come. They are very young people who just come to Spain to discover Spain, and like they are students, and yes, they have a perfect English. I'm sure about it, and my children can have a perfect accent, no? But they don't have to manage a class. They don't have to motivate. They don't know how to motivate children, and they don't know how to deal with the complexity of teaching. Maybe because at public schools it's very difficult because there are many social minorities and people. It's quite complex. So maybe that's not the solution to bring native speakers. But so the question is that they have tried to do something that could be great to teach in a bilingual program, so our kids will be fluent in English, and they also will be able to learn everything, biology, science, or everything. But it doesn't work. It's quite difficult because they don't have the people, the right people to develop it, I'm afraid.
Right, I get it. Wow. Okay, interesting. Everything is changing in the world. Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of new Spanish Verbling members I noticed recently. So
maybe many of them are teachers. Because
I think so. Yes, some of them are.
Yes, it's because we are forced to improve our English in few years.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well,
I think it's good because in Spain people have a very low English level. It's good to improve it, but to force in this way, it's artificial.
Yeah, sure. Okay, guys. Well, Mehdi, I just noticed a little bit ago that you joined, so we were just kind of finishing up talking because we finished reading the article, and we talked about the article a little bit, but then we went on to other topics. So the time is over now. Vincenzo, I'm going to be teaching another class, not right now, but in an hour, so maybe I'll see you guys then. But if I don't, have a good evening. I know it's evening time for you guys over there in Europe. So
it's 10 o'clock. I don't know if I can follow you in the 2 hours.
Yeah, you might as well go to sleep.
Yes.
Get some good sleep.
I can't resist to stay, to remain.
Okay. All right. Thanks for coming to class, you guys, and take care. I'll see you another time.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
11. My daughter 11 of January, and my son in the 11th of December, in the same year.
Wow.
In
same year? Wow.
Yes, same year. Yes.
Yeah.
Same year.
My daughter's birthday is December 13th. And my birthday is December 1st, and then 1 year later, my brother was born on December 16th, so very close.
Everyone in December.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes very strange. Some things happen, but in a very strange way. I don't know why. Because I must say that they were born perhaps also in the evening, in the same time, at the same time. I don't understand, but could be at 10 o'clock in the evening, I think. So, yes, either my daughter and my son. Also my son.
Nice. Okay, well, welcome to Araceli. Hi there, Araceli.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you? How was your New Year's Eve? Did you celebrate? New Year's Eve?
Yes, I celebrated it with my family.
Nice. So, Araceli, remind me, where do you live?
I live in Spain, in Madrid.
In Madrid. Okay. All right. Yeah, nice. And did you eat the grapes?
Of December, yes, I was invited from a colleague of my wife of work,
Yeah.
and with her family, yes, and then we were together at the dinner, yes, dinner, and playing just a bit.
Nice.
Yes, with her friends, with some friends of mine. Yes, but after that we were only me and my daughter Paula in my house. Yes.
Nice.
So this month, in the 11th of this month, is her birthday.
Oh.
So, because we are all together. We are not together. We are Capricorn. How do you say Capricorn?
Capricorn, yeah.
Yeah, Capricorn. My wife is 11th of January. Is in the 11th of January, and me is in the 19th of January.
Oh, wow. Both Capricorns.
Yes, okay.
My son is going to be 16. He's going to turn 16 years old on January 12th. So, Sunday.
Yeah. It's very strange because my daughter and my son were born in the same day, the 11th.
Guys know that I'm here and that you can join anytime. I did put the link already up in the Verbling window over there in the chat box, so you can click on over there, I think, the link, and it'll take you to a Google document where you have the article, so we can read the article together. Hi there, Vincenzo. How are you doing?
Fine, teacher. What about you?
Good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. How did you pass the end of the year and the New Year?
Oh, well, let's see. I had some friends over, and the kids, we have a lot of kids around, so we had a good dinner, and we had some desserts, and then I could barely stay up until midnight, but I did, and then the kids let off some, not really firecrackers, but some noise makers and things. And then I went to bed.
Yes, but I couldn't. Yes, I spent the end of the year. Yes, I went to bed also. I must confess, I didn't because I didn't resist. Yes, I was very tired. I don't know why, but yes, the 25
grapes.
Yes, we all ate the grapes. But my little son, who is 3, he didn't eat the grapes. He had some candies, but he had a lot of trouble trying to eat the candies.
Yeah, that's a lot. I went to the grocery store to get some grapes to do that with my children, but they were all out of grapes. I couldn't believe it. So that was crazy. I couldn't buy any grapes.
They sell here the grapes inside a tin. The 12 grapes prepared, so you can buy them a long time ago and keep them in your kitchen.
Yeah.
So you don't find yourself in that trouble.
Yeah, really. Yeah, with no grapes to eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they become very expensive too these days.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, exactly. A good time to raise the price.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay, welcome, Adela. How are you doing? Adela, your microphone is muted.
Fine, thanks.
Okay. Hi there. Okay, well, I'm sorry we got started.
It's okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I can hear you now. So here's the article that I thought we could read for today. And Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Verbling.com English class. Sorry, I'm starting a little bit late because I was just finishing up the other class. We were doing a writing class, and everybody's getting so good at writing that people are writing more and more every time, and it is getting harder to finish in the 1 hour time period that we have for that class. But we're going to be doing a reading class. Oops, sorry. We're going to be doing a reading class now. So if you want to join the Google Hangout with me to do some reading and to do some talking about this article, then you can just click on the Join Class button and join me here in the Google Hangouts. We're going to be reading an article about movies and about some movies that featured women in them this past year and the fact that they did pretty well in the box offices. So that's the title, or that's the topic of the article that we're going to be reading. So if you want to do some reading, go ahead and click on the Join Class button. I know that I started a little bit late, like I said, because I was finishing up the other class, and there is another English class going on right now, I believe, with Abby. So I am going to make sure that you guys